flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 58, come on. I'm here all day.
On 1st and 10, Fields completes it to Jennings. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is brought in at the 21. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He can't get him down. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 47 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Stop your whining.
From the gun, Fields. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. No. 3 down.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there. And now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Looking to throw. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The 26-yard line.
Ready. 56. Check 56. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey,
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. That makes 3rd down a lot more interesting.
It certainly does. How about the example of situational football there and his ability to think the play through? 2nd and short, not anticipating a passing play, sold out and made a great tackle, which brings up 3rd down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
On the counter, Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off play action. Fields. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They go play action here on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tyler Boyd, 61 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
To throw again. Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Fields. Thomas has got it. Complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
At the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. And Thomas has it. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. After the toss, well executed there to find the space and then eventually get out of bounds after a good game.
And for the toss play to be that successful, you've got to control the edge. And oftentimes, if you've got a tight end who can do that, that allows that toss play to get called often during a game.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They try right side here. Gurley. And some space here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Todd Gurley, 35 yards. yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again, Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the night. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 18. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Take 4, take 4.
Here's 2nd and 8. He gets it to Thomas. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Back to throw, Fields. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Throwing on 1st down, Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch out, watch out. Tight end right, tight end right.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Something looked weird there up front. The offensive lineman, it's like they weren't on the same page.
Yeah, every play design has a huge element of trust that everyone's going to do their job. But if one person doesn't, and you have a breakdown, everything goes to rubble.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be taken at the 10. He spins free, fights him off. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 52. Wide. Check 43.
This is McCaffrey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. 11 yards and a Panther first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And that's complete to Adams. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Touchdown. Davante Adams. An even 90 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Looking to throw. Fields taking a shot for Samuel. And got his man complete. The 20. 10, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel taking it in, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 15. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike.
From the gun, Fields. And now he'll tuck it and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down. Fields steps away to his left. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
We got it. 58, boys. 58. 58. It's free. 22. Check 24. Check 24. And 58.
Second and 6. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw on second down. Fields dancing to his... And he will score! Touchdown, Panthers! A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
56 to Mike.
Back to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56. Mike, 56. Right. 56. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense.
He's got a man, complete. That's good for 28 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch the run, watch the run.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.